Welcome back to the Grow Your Nutrition Business podcast. At Healthy Steps Nutrition, we believe something as fundamental as nutrition shouldn't be complicated, which is why we focus on a simple, habit-based approach. We know that helping your clients become the best and healthiest versions of themselves isn't just about what they eat or coming to the gym a few hours a week. We, as gym owners and coaches, have to focus on a holistic approach, looking at support systems, stress management, sleep, mindset, lifestyle, and of course, exercise and nutrition. I'm your host, Nicole Coyne, registered dietitian and founder of Healthy Steps Nutrition, CrossFit HSN, and HSN Mentoring. I'm also the author of The Basics of Nutrition Coaching, CrossFit Preferred Nutrition course. In this podcast, I'm going to teach you how to make one step at a time to becoming the best nutrition coach and building an awesome habit-based coaching program. Today's podcast guest is Heather Kiddoo. She's been on our mentoring team for quite some time, and she also helps us run the Nutrition Challenge Intensive. If you're not sure what that is, go back and listen to last week's episode where we talked all about how to avoid the common mistakes when running a nutrition challenge in a gym. Well, Heather also has done a lot of research on SEO, and she writes a lot of our blogs at HSN HQ and HSN Mentoring. In this week's podcast, we talk about some simple strategies to increase your SEO. Why should you care? Well, when someone Googles nutrition coach or CrossFit gym or fitness facility near me, you want to be in that top part of that list. And these tips that we're talking about today will help you get there. It doesn't happen overnight, but slowly but surely and consistency will help you increase your SEO. Make sure you take notes and take action because this week's episode is going to help you drive more leads, which will let you be able to impact more people in your community. We will get to this episode right after this message. Did you know that HSN was hosting a one-day challenge intensive coming up? Let me explain. If you are planning to run a nutrition challenge in your gym, I want to help you save time and not reinvent the wheel. We give you everything you need during this one-day challenge intensive on December 8th, from marketing materials to how to engage, how to increase signups for your nutrition challenge, keep those people engaged, and most importantly, turn that challenge into an ongoing coaching program. Let's say you had 40 people sign up for your challenge and 20 people stayed and continued to pay for nutrition coaching so that you can support them in reaching their long-term goals. Well, we're going to teach you the blueprint that is guided, tested, and proven. It is a one-day challenge intensive. It is going to be absolutely awesome. Lindsay McDonald, Heather Kiddoo, and I, one day on Zoom, super simple. You log in, we teach you everything you need to know to build a successful nutrition challenge. You can lock in your spot by clicking the link in the show notes or going to growyournutritionbusiness.com. We would love to see you there. All right, let's get to this episode on SEO. Heather, welcome back to the Grow Your Nutrition Business podcast. So excited to have you here.
I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
So you've been doing some SEO optimization stuff for us on the back end. And I think, a lot of gym owners don't even realize this is something that they should care about. So I was like, hey, would you want to come on and talk about SEO? And you came up with this giant list of things. I was like, maybe we break this into 2 episodes.
Yeah.
So here we are. This is a part 1 of our SEO optimization, simple tips to help gym owners. And today we're just going to go through lowest hanging fruit, people that are like, Nicole, I don't even know what SEO means. We're just going to start there. And then next part 2 will be a little bit more advanced stuff. I just want to start big picture. Why should gym owners care about this?
Yeah, it's huge. So Google is the information superhighway, I like to call it. And anytime anybody is searching for business, somewhere to go for dinner, somewhere to go to work out, reviews, right? How often do we use reviews ourselves to buy products, to buy anything, or even to go to different places? That's why they need to be concerned about it, because when people who are working out are looking for some place to go, they're going to check Google and the internet for a good place based on reviews and just presence.
Absolutely. I mean, reviews are so important. And I think as gym owners are looking to really build a house of wellness and help people understand that you have nutrition, fitness, accountability, or not just a CrossFit gym or boutique fitness facility or a soul site, whatever fitness modality you do, if you're looking to add nutrition into that, we need to make it so clear and obvious. Hey, we help people with nutrition, fitness, and accountability. And to take it one step further, if you want to add nutrition only clients, you need to make that even more obvious that, hey, you don't have to be a member of our gym to do nutrition. And I'll open this podcast up with a story. We had a husband and wife. The husband was looking, the wife wanted to lose weight. The husband started looking and said, hey, we'll do this together. So they Google nutritionist near me, right? Which is what most people Google, gym near me or nutrition coach or nutritionist near me. We have 90 something reviews. No one else around us has any reviews. They start reading it. By the time they got on a call with us, there was no selling. They're like, okay, yep, this is a formality. Like, we read all the Google reviews. We know you can help us. We want to start off with nutrition. They paid $3.99 per month just for nutrition coaching for the first couple months. Then the husband joins our CrossFit gym. Then the wife joins the gym, and now they're doing nutrition, fitness, accountability. And it all literally came from Google reviews. No advertising,
Oh, yeah.
Google reviews.
Yeah, I mean, I have a similar story, and it just happened like 3 months ago. We had this guy just walk in 2 o'clock in the afternoon during the week, which like never happens, right? And he's like, hey, so I did some search on Google and I hear you guys have nutrition and I can work out here. And we're like, yeah, that showed up on Google. He's like, yeah. He's like, I literally searched nutrition gym and you're the only one that popped up and you have like 100 reviews. And I'm like, yes, all my hard work is paying off. Right.
Right. It's super interesting because I think a lot of people like maybe, I didn't mess around with Google for probably 8 years in business. Like, I set it up and then set it and forget it and didn't do anything. And Dan from Push Press was like, Nicole, look at your Google My Business pictures. Like, let's talk about this. So I think we should dive in. Like, okay, we've got two stories. Hey, people came to us because they searched nutrition and gym and found us. And that's two of many stories that we both can share probably all day, but let's dive in.
Yeah.
So top 3 things we're going to talk about today. And then part 2 will be a little bit more advanced. What is the first tip for gym owners thinking about, starting to think about increase search optimization? What is the first tip you would tell them?
Get yourself a Google business profile. Like, these 3 things that we're going to talk about today are the low hanging fruit. Like, these are absolutes. You have to do this. It doesn't really even take that much time. Set up your Google business profile, and we will put some links in our description below on how to help with Google. Set up your Google business review, your business profile. Okay. There's a link that we'll put in the description that's going to allow you to be able to search on how to do that. Google actually provides a lot of information for you if you need help. And basically, it's just going to ask you to set up your business name. You can set up hours. You can set up services with prices. So there's all these different tabs. If you were to search Healthy Steps Nutrition or CrossFit HSN in your Google profile, it's going to give you your hours of operation. You can list nutrition services. You can list personal training. You can list group classes. These are all basic services that you don't have to pay for, that Google will put up there for free. So that's definitely where I would start. So that's number 1. And then number 2, you can start to optimize your profile. And when we talk about optimization of your profile, we're talking about adding pictures and photos in a couple different varieties, and then also Google reviews.
Let's talk about the pictures for a second. So, all right, let's pretend everyone has set up. It takes no time at all. Super, super easy. Go set up the business account, your Google My Business account. Let's talk about the photos. So I remember when I went back and started looking at the pictures that I uploaded originally, it was like people doing muscle ups and snatches and like all of these movements that I was like, man, these are really good pictures from the open. Or, so many gyms will have a professional photographer come for events, and then you've got all these really good pictures, and those are the ones you want to use. The problem is that is so intimidating for people that are searching gym near me that have never picked up a barbell before or never done anything. So what I did when I realized that is I deleted all of those pictures and was like, okay, what are the most inviting pictures that I can have that clearly show how we help people, inside of our business, what problems we solve inside of our business.
Yeah. So your pictures on your Google page are going to tell a story, right? They're going to tell a story of what happens basically in your facility every day. So we put so many pictures on there, and like you, we changed kind of the image that we wanted to portray to the public, right? Because CrossFit used to be this kind of bare bones type of thing, you know, bloody hands with pool, pull up, shirts off, things like that. Like if we're trying to help stay-at-home moms that are worried about what they look like and their primary goal is to lose weight and get fit, then we need to show stay-at-mom homes working out in our facility, right? We need to show pictures of our nutrition coaches maybe doing an in-body or sitting down with for a consult. We need to show all shapes, sizes, and types of people, the kinds that we want to attract in our Google profile. And those are the pictures that we need to be uploading. And I think that's so important. And the really cool thing is Google's going to send you an email, I think once a week, and tell you how many people have viewed your photos. And so you can see which ones are the ones that are most viewed. Like it'll give you a listing and it shows, 50% of the people visiting your profile spent the most time viewing this picture. It's so cool, the things that it does.
If you're posting success stories and quotes and different things on your Instagram, why not just take an extra second to post it on your Google My Business account? I remember I was speaking at an event with Stu Brower, and he was talking about just dump once a month, just dump a bunch of pictures on your Google My Business account. If you don't do it every day, it doesn't matter. Just be consistent with it and show the story of the people that you're helping inside of your facility. And I know you have a stat on what Google experts say regarding people that have good pictures on there. It's 35% increase in people going to your profile when you have pictures.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, when I think about that, when I was reading those stats, I was thinking to myself, well, how do I look at businesses and different places? If they've got great pictures, it attracts my attention. So it only makes sense, right?
So I have an interesting story, and we started figuring this out. Obviously, you're the expert in this area, but I was talking to some gym owners about this last year, and I had every gym owner that was on this call go to their Google My Business account and just look when's the last time you did it? And so many gyms are like, Nicole, I didn't even upload those pictures. I've never uploaded any pictures, and I've got pictures. And what happened is someone that left a review who left a picture populated to their picture, so they didn't even control it because they weren't putting pictures up there.
Yeah. Yep. Customers can leave pictures too. So there's different sections in your Google profile, your Google business profile, where you can see that customers or clients who have been there have taken pictures. So we have a couple, and that they were at different Halloween events or something like that. So it was pretty cool to see those on there.
Yeah. But then if they're posting a crazy picture or it's not a good quality picture, that is representative of your business if you don't have other good pictures in there. So something to think about.
Correct. Yeah.
You control your narrative as the business owner, take ownership of that.
Yeah, definitely. You want to be sure that your pictures are predominant, and they do have to click on a separate tab to see, customer pictures. So make sure that yours are, front and center, well taken, and just a variety of different things. We post every single nutrition success story on there. So like you said before, if we do a Instagram success story or Facebook, we take that picture and also post it on our Google profile. One great tip is to put it on your calendar. Once every 2 weeks, I have a Monday task on my calendar to upload Google Photos.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think that's a really, really great strategy. All right. So Google Photos, super important. Let's talk about the next tip regarding your Google My Business account.
The reviews.
Oh my gosh. So some gyms are so good at this and other gyms are not so good at it, and just make it reliant on the customer when they feel like it to leave a review. The thing is especially in a small micro gym, your people love and trust you. If you ask them to do something, they'll do it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And I have to tell you, I wasn't so good at that in the beginning of my gym ownership, and I got better. The picture thing, I put a task on my calendar to upload to our Facebook group. Hey, Google review, get a sticker, get a water bottle, something like that. And we would get reviews and we would get people to do those for us. And, the one thing that you want to do is to kind of prompt people what to say. If you've got a nutrition client and a fitness client, let's get nutrition in those reviews too, when you're asking for these things. And even, more so than a Facebook post, you can set up a formal email that goes out, periodically too. We would love some fitness and nutrition reviews on our profile. If you're willing to do that, please reach out. I think that's important that people and business owners are aware that you can kind of prompt people what you want them to talk about, so those things show up in your reviews, because when people are then searching for nutrition, it'll populate in those searches if those words are in your reviews.
Right. So you want to be intentional with asking nutrition, like, how has nutrition, fitness, accountability helped you? That's one of the things that, like, standard question, how has nutrition, fitness, accountability helped you? What would you say to someone considering our nutrition and fitness coaching program? Right. Ask them those questions, because otherwise they're going to say, Heather's an awesome coach. They play great music. We love the vibe here. Something simple that's not really telling the story of how you've transformed their life. And that's ultimately the goal. I think one pro tip, a lot of gyms will run challenges in the new year. I think challenge is a great way to kickstart a nutrition coaching program, but one easy way to get a lot of nutrition reviews is the last week of the challenge, tell everyone, hey, you can be a winner. Like, give them something simple and say, hey, go ahead and leave us a Google review that says, how has nutrition and fitness helped you? And then you can we give away the HSN cookbook, but whatever you give away, maybe it's like a t-shirt or a hat or a patch or whatever. And now you've got a ton of Google reviews that say nutrition, fitness, accountability, which is ultimately what you want. So more people find you, going back to the first story that we both shared about people coming in for nutrition because of the Google reviews.
Yeah, it's really cool. And if you search your business profile, when it pops up, there's going to be some keywords there that are predominant in your Google reviews. And so you can kind of look at those. And if nutrition doesn't show up there, wellness, you can start to prompt people more for those words when they're leaving reviews.
I think if you're nervous to ask someone for a Google review, having individual conversations, say, like, let's pretend, Heather, you are my client. Like, hey, you've done such an awesome job transforming your life. And I know your story would be able to inspire someone else that was just like you a year ago, but nervous to think, like, is this program the right thing for me? Would you mind leaving us a Google review just saying how this has helped you? I think people are more likely to do something if they know it's going to impact other people. So just, hey, you've done such an amazing job. I know your story would inspire someone else. Would you mind leaving us a Google review? Yep. Okay, great.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. Yep. We do that too. And I have to tell you, Push Press has been a huge benefit. We signed up for Push Press Grow, and they send out periodic requests for Google reviews after clients have been there for so long. And I'm telling you, we got so many, I couldn't keep up with the responses, right? It was like, oh my gosh, we got another one. This is so amazing, right?
Yeah. Let's talk about that for a second. So responding to Google reviews, why is that important, and why should gym owners do it?
It's definitely important, because it's important to show a thank you for the people who's leaving the review, right? That's just good vibes, right? But then it also shows consumers when they're searching for you that you actually care. And I think that's huge. And that even goes for bad reviews, right? We've got sometimes where people are leaving unnecessary bad reviews, and there's ways to delete those and take those off if they're terrible and unfounded. But even if you have a negative review, responding to that is important too.
Good tips there. I've heard people say, like, once you get to the triple digit mark, so 100 plus reviews, it like skyrockets your SEO. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, the more the merrier, I like to say, because when people put in searches in that Google bar, right, and you have 100 some plus reviews and the gym next to you doesn't, Google's going to populate you first, right? They're going to put you up higher in the search engine result pages. And so the more reviews you have, the better. And of course, that looks good to consumers as well. Anytime a business has a bunch of yellow stars next to their name, especially 5 of them, that's a good thing.
I love it. Okay. So go get some Google reviews, like, take a pause here, set a goal for yourself. Hey, I'm going to ask 10 people, or I'm going to we've done this with some of the gyms running our program, saying like, hey, it's, this week we're giving out a Fit Aid or whatever, a Ascent recovery water. All you need to do is scan this QR code, leave a Google review, and then show it to us, and you can get that. I mean, to me, a Google review is worth at least $10 to $15, because every single time, you have more of them, it's going to attract more people to come to your business. But a recovery water is $3, like, right? Like $2.50, whatever it is. Like, hey, giving that out and saying like, hey, thank you for doing this. Here's something awesome for you would be smart.
I think so too. Yep. I 100% agree with that.
Okay. So we need to make a Google My Business account. We need to optimize it by doing photos and getting some good reviews that say nutrition, hopefully. Let's transition to social media for a second. Short form video is by far the most effective way at this point to get people seeing your social media accounts. You've got TikTok that kind of pioneered this reel type thing. And then you've got Instagram Reels, you've got YouTube Shorts. Like everyone is moving in the direction of short form, like 15 to 90 second clips. What do you say to people that are like, I don't even know what a reel is?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Look it up. You'll find it. Search it on Google, right? No, I love Instagram Reels. I love YouTube Shorts. I haven't experimented much with YouTube Shorts, but I'm going to start, especially after reading some of the recent information about them. YouTube is really going to be pushing them. And guess what? Google owns YouTube, right? So even if you do a search now in Google, if there are YouTube videos that pertain to the keyword that you're searching for, they will populate in the Google searches. Okay. And now they're going to start pushing short form videos into those Google searches as well. And like I said, since Google owns YouTube, this is going to be huge. And I think for gym owners, especially ones who are kind of scared of getting in front of a camera or talking in front of a camera, now's the time to up those skills, right? And when you look at these short form videos, there's a lot of, influencers or people use these to monetize a whole career. Even if that's not our primary focus as gym owners, it still gets you in front of more people than you would be, if you were not doing it. And in addition to that, it shows your authority. Let's say you're making a short form video on an air squat and how to do that properly. And the gym next to you doesn't have any videos out. People are going to come visit you more than they would somebody else who's got this content out there. And the same for nutrition coaching too, right? If you've got some videos and information, look at HSN clients, look at all the information that we give them in their monthly content. There's 3 or 4 videos, emails, all those can be made into short form videos on YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok. And they can help in Google searches when people are looking for you.
No, one of my personal goals, and I say this often, is I want people to say, I feel like I already know you before they come into the facility. And when they say that, the reason why they say that, number one, they've listened to podcasts, which is great, but that's just hearing my voice. When they see videos coming from us on a consistent basis, giving them little tips, we're building that relationship with them so that they clearly understand how we help them. And when you can do that and be effective at doing that, your free intro process isn't going to be a sale. It's like, hey, you have this problem. I've already helped you a little bit. You understand how we can help you. Let's figure out how we can get you started today and move the needle forward. Instead of them clicking, I want to book a free intro, them not hearing from you at all or seeing any video from you at all. And then the whole time wondering, is this going to work for me? Is this going to work for me? I don't know. Like, are they just going to try to scam me? Right? Like you have to invest your time into it. I can tell you from personal experience, like our reels that we post on recipes and you just make tiny little clips, super easy. Make sure you guys stay tuned until the end of this. I'll give you so many simple tips to increase the quality of the reels that you're making in less amount of time. I think that's really important. I think when people think about TikTok, they think, oh, I got to be silly and dance in front of the camera. No, like that maybe is how it started on TikTok. Yes, but that is not where we are. It's instead bite-sized content for people that you can build authority and start building a relationship with them.
Yeah. So something cool too. So if you're doing video podcasts like this, or you're creating long form video content, if you do a YouTube short, it allows you to take clips from your long form video and turn them into short videos without having to re-record anything. And that is so cool.
Wow. I didn't know that. That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yes.
And TikTok, and Google have a relationship now where TikTok's starting even populate in Google searches, which is interesting. And you can take an Instagram reel and repurpose it to a TikTok video. Like just do the same content and put it in multiple places. I will say with Instagram and TikTok, and I'm sure this will be the same thing with YouTube, you want to have captions. So if you're talking in the content, it's like 70 or 80% of people watch videos without the sound on, why they're probably at work or they're, maybe in bed or whatever they're doing and they can't have the sound on or they don't have the sound on. So having captions makes it so that you can deliver content, people can read it and then they understand it. And even if they do have the sound on, if you read it and listen to it, you're more likely to remember it.
Yeah, that's totally true. I'm just so impressed with the technology that these apps and short form videos have to make these videos, right? You certainly can make videos on your own and then upload them to the platforms that you're choosing to make or to use. But their video editing and all that stuff that they have in those apps is amazing. Just the transitions, the music, the text, the filter, like all of it. It's so cool.
I went to a TikTok conference. I was at a mentoring group and they had someone that's like pretty influential on TikTok come talk to us for a day. And I can honestly say we were not very involved in TikTok at all. And afterwards I was like, all right, maybe I'll give it a maybe I'll dabble in it a little bit, or at least take all of the stuff that he taught about TikTok and do it on Instagram, because we've been doing that for a while with Instagram Reels. But one of the things and tips that he was talking about is using an app called CapCut. And it makes it super easy to make your captions look really freaking cool. And if you're unsure of what I'm talking about, go to Healthy Steps Nutrition and just like look at the more recent reels and you can see all these cool things. And if you are like, Nicole, I do not have time I'll record the 30-second video or using the video script that you guys give us for HSN mentoring, but I do not have time to do all the edits, and nor do I have a passion or do I want to. Go to Upwork and you can hire someone for $6 an hour, and it takes them maybe an hour and a half to do it. And now they've edited the video for you. We're actually testing that out right now, a few different people, and wrote out an SOP. If you're an HSN mentoring client, go to the marketing module, go to Reels, and you can see the SOP that we have that we're sending to video editors in Upwork, like overseas, to have them edit it if you don't want to, which is fine.
Yeah. Oh, there's so many things that you can do with Upwork, right? There's so many people on there that do freelance work. Video editing is huge, logo making, long form video, short form video. They could totally help with that. And it's simpler to get started than you think.
For sure. Any other tips that you have in regards to Instagram Reels and, short YouTube Shorts, TikTok, anything else you've got going on?
I feel like for a lot of people, it's a little bit intimidating, right? And so I think that if you just have to start, right? You just have to put on your calendar one day, I'm going to test the waters. I'm going to do this. I'm going to pick one platform. Don't try them all at once. Try one first, right? Get used to that, whichever you're on most, whichever platform you use most now, pick one and make a video, right? Just start somewhere. And if you're nervous about it, I know that you've got somebody in your life who's like 20 years old or younger. Have them help you, because that's all they do, right? And I think that you'll be surprised how easy it is. The second tip I have is, if the reason why you're not starting is because you don't like to be on camera, like Nicole mentioned earlier, recipes are so popular. They get so many views and you don't have to show your face. So start there and use a template, right? They have you plug in automatically your pictures. You just have to have the pictures on your device and you just click, 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 boom, it's done.
Yeah. So I definitely want to talk about this. So there's 3 things that I would recommend doing for Instagram Reels. I will say that that's like where we've kind of doubled down on. Number 1, the collaborator feature. So the collaborator feature is super cool because what happens is you post something on one profile and you collaborate with another profile and it goes organically to both places. So if someone likes it on one, it looks like they liked it on the other. If someone comments on one, it looks like they commented on the other. And now it organically reaches double, triple the amount of people, because we know that Instagram rewards you if more people are engaging with the post. So it allows it to go more places at one time. You just do this through the tag feature. If you need help doing this, like in your HSN mentoring client, please ask the mentors. Every one of us has done it. It's so easy. Just go to tag people. And then in the bottom right corner, you'll see invite collaborator. You can only invite one person and you can't go back and invite them after you posted it. You have to do it organically in the app. So if you're using like an automated software to like post stuff or like automatically, you're not going to be able to do it. You have to do it organically through the phone. But in my opinion, well worth it. Do a push notification if you're scheduling stuff out and invite someone to be a collaborator, especially with video content. For a nutrition coach, if you're posting a nutrition video, do it on your personal page and then collaborate with the business. Super easy. You don't have to collaborate with a big like business to another big business. Like do it within your people. Like people buy from people. And if someone's trying to build authority to help someone, like have them be the person that's collaborating with that post. So use the collaborator feature. Super easy. The templates you just mentioned are a game changer. Not every Instagram reel has a template, but if you see one, use it. It's exponentially easier. You can go to HSN_mentoring, our Instagram channel, and we have a whole highlight that is all templates with trending audio at that time. So you can just click and like save time, not reinvent the wheel. Don't look for templates and go to ours, follow our page and start using the templates that we provide. Every single month, we provide more templates and draw attention to things that are working really well for mentoring clients, but anyone can use the templates that we've highlighted. And then the third thing is trending audio. So this is an interesting one. Trending audio is going to help it or like organically get in front of more people. The thing is trending audio might be trending in China or Africa or wherever. And then all these people are liking and starting to follow you that are not local to your area. So one tip I would recommend if you're using trending audio, and I think it's still great. Like if more people are seeing your stuff, that means locally more people will likely see it too. But if you share it to your story, now your people are going to see it and it's going to populate more because it's a popular post. So if you're posting a reel, share it to your story so that your following definitely sees it, but use the trending audio is an easy way to get your stuff in front of more people. And if you're doing a video where you're talking, you can adjust the volume so that the trending audio is super low and your voice is really high. So you still get the benefits of using trending audio to get more people, but everyone can hear your voice. And that's typically what we do with the video content that we put out.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Lower the volume of the trending audio because you'll still get the benefits of using it, but you don't necessarily hear it the whole time in your background. So that was a good tip. Love that one.
Cool. All right, Heather, this wraps us up for part 1. So big recap here, make your Google My Business account, upload photos of the services that you offer, upload success stories, ask people for Google reviews. Dive on in with short form video. It's not going away. And if you aren't doing it now, eventually you're going to have to. So you might as well get good at it now.
Exactly. Yeah.
Any other tips you have for people as we wrap up?
No, I think this was great. This was a lot of fun.
Cool. So part 2 of this SEO is talking more about websites and blogging and different things. So stay tuned for that. Super high level. So if you are interested in making your website a little bit more optimized and also starting to write blogs, not reinventing the wheel, using like YouTube Shorts and putting them on your website. Stay tuned for next week where we are talking all about increasing SEO through website side. I hope you enjoyed that episode on SEO. This week, we talked about a lot of simple strategies, right? Start using Google My Business account, get Google reviews. Specifically ask people, how has nutrition, fitness, and accountability helped you? So you get more people saying nutrition coaching in your Google reviews. That's super important if you're looking to build a nutrition coaching program. If you're planning to run a nutrition challenge, make everyone a winner the last week and encourage them to leave a Google review. If you leave a Google review, we'll give you something. Maybe it's a hat or a blender bottle or whatever the case may be. Give them a little something and say, thank you for leaving us a Google review. You also want to make sure that you're updating pictures on your Google My Business account. I remember when we updated ours, they really needed it. Well, this week we talked about some simple strategies. Next week, we're going to be talking about website and blogging. So keywords and some interesting things to help increase your SEO. Heather and I both use Grow from PushPress, and I think they're a really great platform to help save you time, not reinvent the wheel. You can add your own blogs on Grow too, which is really awesome. So stay tuned for next week where we talk about using your website to also increase SEO. Hope you enjoyed this podcast episode. Please don't forget to subscribe, leave us a review. That really helps this podcast reach more people. We'll see you back here next week.